Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. My name is Tony, and joined with me today are the other three NPCs in the DND404 campaign. Fellas, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself starting with the, oh, hey, how's it going? Almost thanks for saving me back in the bugbear cave, Jared.
What's going on, guys? Armos checking in for the 100th time.
Woo!
Woo!
Whoopee!
I would say my favorite NPC, I don't know if, I think it has a name, but I can't recall it off the top of my head, was the little bloopy fish that we gave the encode thoughts to of his dead mom.
Ghibli.
That's what it was. That was my
Studio Ghibli.
I didn't care about an NPC until then, and then I'm like, okay, this is cool.
That was pretty early on.
What about Dan?
There it is. My name is Dan. I play Minnis PebbleWalker, your tiny little swarm keeper ranger, and who else could I say but Kemi Joe? Lovely,
that's how you kicked
good
it
old
off.
Kemi Joe. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I loved when you
appreciate
brought
it.
when you brought the voice. I was like, oh, that bastard already almost stealing mine. How about you, Alec?
Alec's not here. It's officially 100 episodes in. I'm only Drell. And my favorite character that I've met so far in this campaign happens to be my good friend, Ross.
I'm gonna take that wheel.
The jazz bandit, Ross. Easily my favorite.
Oh, the jazz bandits.
What about you, Tony?
Man, I mean, I don't know. Whoever comes up with them is sure NPC genius with a J. No, my favorite is oh god, I thought I had one. Though.
I feel like it has to be Soli.
Not Kem. There's someone I want to say, but
I do too. I know which one is your favorite.
My favorite. Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Berthy. I don't know. It's just I'm gonna go with Berthy.
Wow.
He's very, he's very sporadic. He's always on edge. He's paranoid. I had the most fun. Shadowfell is the most fun I had in this campaign. I mean, they're all really close, the arcs, but like Shadowfell is my favorite as far as character goes. And like Berthy was always so jumpy that it was just so much fun playing him.
I know I thought it was going to be Nuvo.
He's up there.
I thought it was going to be Jack Bolsinki.
Don't you fucking dare say that name again.
Tell him Jack sent you.
This is the arc where we find him and I get my revenge.
This is when we find out that he is a Christo.
Imagine. I should probably erase my whiteboard more often. I don't know. Oh my god, is my dad? Okay, it is. I don't know why I keep thinking I'm not recording today. It's scaring the shit out of me. Wow, 100 episodes, fellas. You know, I just want to say before we do the rundown recap combo that it's been a fun journey. 100 sessions with you guys. I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of us. You've grown as players, and in turn have helped me grow as a DM, and I've learned so much by playing with you. And it's, you know what? There's no one else I'd rather be playing D&D with. I don't care if we ever get invited to like really like other popular podcasts. If like people ever wanted us to guest star and stuff. There's no one I'd rather play Dungeons and Dragons with than with you boys. So thank you for 100 episodes.
That was very thoughtful, Tony.
Yeah,
I may not be tearing.
I was waiting for the backhanded comment.
Yeah,
that was
too,
what
but
my
no.
pause was.
I just wish Reginald was here to enjoy it with us.
Oh, no. Well, could be.
Maybe, I don't know.
See
Almost
what
has a
happens in
staff.
episode 100.
Yeah, so you know the deal. Before we do the recap, oh wait, Dan already did a spectacular job doing that. We don't need to do a recap this time. We're not going to roll the dice. But we do have a rundown, and today's rundown is brought to you by Dan.
That's correct. You know what I got to run down today? The merch, the website, if you go to DND404.com, there's a nice little merch section up there. Why don't you go on over there, check it out for no reason in particular other than we have customized new merch in there that we've been working very hard on. So I really hope that you enjoy the new special merch that we put a lot of effort into with really cool artists. So go on over there and you'll see new art. We want to try and bring very exclusive art to you that's obviously not something you can get anywhere else, but is also something outside of our logo that is more specialized, more creative, if you will. So go on over to DND404.com or 404pod.com if you're still on that wave, or DND404.ca, and you can find the merch shop and pick up some really cool item that you will see when you get there. I'm not going to spoil it. Go on over there. Come on. Check it out. What are you still doing here? Go on over there. Then come back. But then check it out. Maybe buy something while you're there. But then come back and listen. Okay, Tony. Send us into the show.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Humbrea, featuring 3 first-time adventurers and 1 very patient DM. This is D&D 404. Fellas, boyos, welcome to session 100. Give each other a round of applause. Come on. Session 100. Good job. Good job. We made it to session 100. We pick up today's session at dawn. Currently on day 4 of sailing through the Evertonne Sea, heading to South Tryllis to the Chapel of Skoreaus. Following the compass set to your destination, you feel that your journey is almost at an end within the next day or so. Since the 3 of you have started sailing, you have been filling your days with ship chores, maintaining the damaged hull, and avoiding storms and rough seas, and enjoying the summer sun. On top of downtime activities, the 3 of you have also been fishing to add more flavor into your meals. How would the 3 of you like to start your morning at sea, as you are currently sailing through the Evertonne Sea on a sloop made for about 3 to 5 people?
All right, everybody gather around. Gather around, okay? It's really cool. All right? So Sid, you're facing it at yourself. You're facing it at yourself. Armos, get in here. I don't know why you're so far away. You can be in the middle. I'm on the stool. Drell, whatever pose you want. This is going to be our adventuring album cover, okay?
The 3 of you are in the cabin, currently gathering around, if you look at the table. Smith is trying to gather the group of you together.
Yeah, we're probably like away from the window, so light's on us, and then Sid is trying to hold the new arcane
Snapshot
that I have. And I'm forcing these guys to take like a group photo.
Yeah.
My arms are crossed, and I look annoyed.
Look, Armos, come on, smile. Look, Drell's kind of getting into it. Or are you just flexing?
I don't know if you guys know this, but Drell's actually currently he's getting sick. He doesn't really like boats too much, and every time we've been on him, he's not really felt the best. So he doesn't have his sea legs yet, I'll put it that way. So like I like to think like Minnis is trying to get everybody together for like a photo, and he's just like leaning over the corner, like crouching.
You see Drell come out of the ship's toilet,
like just blowing chunks.
Get a little green around the gills.
Oh fuck, Minnis, not yet. Don't take a photo of this.
Just one photo, and I'm on a really wobbly stool that definitely got wrecked during the battle. No, okay, okay. On 3, okay. 1, 2, 3, and I fall off of the stool as the picture goes off. Click.
Oh my god.
And it's some crazy photo of Armos looking pissed, Drell looking sick, and Minnis literally blurred falling.
And there's a whole bunch of Sids being knifed up into the air.
Yeah.
Armos was trying to magic hand to catch you.
Yeah.
So you just see magic hand coming at you.
You snap this arcane moment. That's a tagline right there. That's a tagline right there. You capture this arcane moment while the three of you are at sea and you begin sailing and maintaining the ship as you go. Minnis, with your downtime activities, you have been trying to pray to Melora and become proficient in it. And over the course of the 4 days, on top of all the other times you've been like praying and worshiping and asking for answers and trying to communicate with Melora, you are finally proficient in religion.
Oh, I am?
checks. Yes.
Wow. Holy.
Nice.
I wasn't expecting that.
Good
I was
job,
expecting
Minnis.
at least 2 more downtimes.
Well, you've been doing it since, I want to say, Arc 5.
Yeah, I have.
So it's been some time. So now you're proficient in it. So if you ever need to make a religious check, you can go ahead and make that with your proficiency bonus.
Oh, very nice.
Drell, dealing with your seasickness, is there anything you would like to do as you sail on eastward, by the way? You're sailing east. Is there anything you would like to do?
I think it's more just like, I don't know, just brewing, and he's really gotten like an interest with it. Like he actually, it's more than just like the beer now for him. It's really like he likes almost the science behind it, I guess, if that makes sense. Like he likes crafting, almost like to the point where he likes crafting potions rather than like just making beers. So I think that's just really it. Just really.
Are you proficient in medicine?
I am not, no.
So, giving your time with alchemy and brewing, you now have proficiency in medicine. You know how brews work. You've been dealing with different types of brews, potions for a while now, and you've become adept at creating new brews yourself. That you may not know every single type of poison or medicine cure that exists. However, you feel that when you go to investigate, examine, or try to create something with your alchemy set, you feel that you're a little more skilled than the average bear, and you are now proficient in medicine.
Ooh, I like it. Hell yeah.
Armos, you're as dashing and evil as ever.
Love it.
You really haven't been doing too much as far as downtime activities other than poking around your book.
Bro, believe me, I got some new tricks up my sleeve.
I bet you do.
It's gonna be a whole new world.
It's called the Staff of Power. And probably some crazy new spells.
Staff.
Oh yeah.
We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it doesn't explode.
Let's just say if I did this right, I've planned out some serious curveballs for you. We'll see.
The three of you are maintaining some early morning activities. You have taken your group photo and have made breakfast for the morning, and you set out to the deck of the ship, the SS Bullfish, and you are sailing through the sea. So if you guys will look at the table, this is kind of what your ship looks like here. It's a pretty good size. It's a 2-mast ship with just a one deck. It has a lower deck, and that room in the back is where the three of you are sleeping. It could fit maybe 5 people at most before it becomes overcrowded. We're currently in the middle of the ocean. There's nothing around you for miles. If you use your telescope up in the crow's nest, you'll be able to see way in the distance some mountains. However, you do know it's very far away, and it's so small within the telescope that if you blink, you can miss it. What are the three of you doing? Armos, you had an interesting night where we last left Arc 6 with the booming red flashes.
Guys, so I saw some flashing last night of red.
Oh, were the
Lightning?
Sids having a dance party again?
No dance party this time.
They're holding up a calendar. It's scheduled for tonight.
Yeah. Come on. Tuesdays, Minnis. Come on.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So there was flashing, and I point in the general direction of where it was, and let them know that when I was up in the crow's nest that I heard that going on, and then could hear Reginald being a sad panda.
Oh, what?
Excuse me, what?
It's a phrase. It means being sad, but really sad.
No. What happened?
He was still a rabbit, I think. maybe not. He definitely still has 7 wings. Maybe less, because he was pretty sad about it. I don't know.
So there's a vision, or you okay, Armos?
No. Nope, I was just up there, saw it, and it was that way, and I'm pointing in that direction. What do I see?
The horizon of the blue sea.
Do I see mountains?
You do not. Even through the telescope, it's very hard to see. You just saw that in the middle.
Okay. Well, just, weird things happen.
Oh,
Write that down in your journal.
okay.
And I go and look at that side of the boat real hard.
You stare out to the blue sea, and it's nothing but clear skies and warm sun and meeting the water horizon line.
Drell, do you think it's gonna be okay?
Do you want me to lie to you, or?
Well, no, of course not.
I don't know. I hope so, but unfortunately, I have no idea.
I mean, at least he's been smiling a little more lately. I saw him real happy, like testing out his staff earlier. So that's good.
As they're looking over me, I'm getting ready to cast lightning bolt into the sea.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Do you cast lightning bolt into the sea?
No, I'm like doing just practicing. You know what I mean? My
Your battle
what
cry?
is it? Yeah, my verbal and my
Your catchphrases before you send it.
Tuesday.
Please don't.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be down below deck. I'll holler if you need me.
Minutes you go down below deck, and it's filled with, there's just like empty crates, barrels of food. The ship was cleaned out by the Sandlow dock workers before they were giving it to you. So anything that the orcs and drow elf wizards may have been using on here is gone. You do see some scrub marks of like red paint that was supposed to be like the Red Dawn cultist sigil down there has been like washed away. You see the remnants of like red paint, but anything that would signal this ship as a cultist ship has been removed. So other than that now you're doing your daily checks where any leaks that are sprung, you are mending with your cantrips, with your mending spell, and you're fixing the holes as you're going. And you feel like this is like just a daily activity. The ship's integrity has been damaged as a whole. And the three of you sail into the Evertonne Sea. And a couple hours pass. As you sail the Evertonne Sea, it's a smooth ride, but you do notice some chop as you feel like you're getting closer to your destination, and then you see something come into view. However, it has no sails. Looks round. In front of you. In front of it are some water trails as if it's being pulled by something you can't see.
Guys.
Yeah, what's up? I'm just mending some stuff down here.
Armos, am I the only one that sees this? And I like point to the thing that's like looks like it's getting pulled.
I'm looking off the starboard bow. What? You're supposed to be looking off this one.
Yeah, I think you guys all need to look at this. And I try to get their attention to look at it.
All right, coming up. Oh, what's up? What is Uh-oh. Good ship?
I don't see anything. Look at our map. Look at this. There's nothing out here.
Bad ship? Good ship?
You definitely see a ship coming your way, but to the naked eye, you're not sure of its details. You just think it's being pulled by something.
It's a ship with no sails. And if we look through the, I don't know, telescope.
Make me a perception check as you are looking through the telescope.
Oh, okay. Oh, 15.
15. You look through the telescope as the ship is coming dead on. You notice that the ship has a large masthead that looks similar to that of a green dragon, as if a green dragon is rearing its head up high. The green is more of a seafoam tealish color with yellow eyes. The hull of the ship matches the teal green scales of the masthead. On the deck of the ship, rather than seeing wind sails, you see a building of some sort. So like the whole boat looks like it's supposed to be an inside boat. And where sails would be, you see large smokestacks with some white smoke coming out of them.
Interesting.
Oh, shit.
Tony. For those listening, he forgot to title it Miscellaneous Ship. Told us what ship it is.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's weird. We were just talking about this guy.
I hear jazz.
As you hear, it's ruined now. As you hear the clanging of pots and a sweet, sweet smell of delicious food coming from the smokestack. As you get closer, it looks like as if a food truck in boat form is sailing your way.
This is your favorite character. Stop fucking lying.
I didn't want to hit it on the nose. All right?
That would have been real foreshadowing.
Right?
As the three of you, I guess you're going to keep sailing in this direction and maybe wave it down.
Yeah, we are.
Damn it. You notice that through the telescope with your perception check, you see a fat brass dragonborn slaving away over a nice hot stove, cooking something delicious. As you see him and his many mage hands taking the shape of spatulas, flipping and flambeing food as you see roaring fires come from the ship. After a few moments, you see that the ship comes to a slow, steady pace. And as your ship pulls up, you pull up to the side where food would be served, as you see this large door open as if you just walked up to the side of Novo's food cart, except you're just on the sea and you see this happy, very jolly, fat, gold brass dragonborn, and he goes, "Ha ha! Welcome to Novo's fantastical feast at sea. Who do we have here? What hungry seamen join me? Oh, why is it all three brave adventurers? I am glad to see the three of you. What brings you out to the sea, friends?"
Oh, it's a long story. We can talk it over food.
That's what I love to hear. And I have a delicious menu to serve you today. You look over and he points to the side of his menu board, and you see that he has all new options, specifically tailored to the sea.
There we go.
You might need to make it bigger.
Like, out of everything that Tony probably does, this is probably his favorite thing to do.
Novo's fantastical feast seafood menu.
Wow, with the pictures too.
Oh yeah, I really spruced this one up.
Wow.
I'll share this one in the Discord.
He's so fucking proud
It's
of
like a
this.
sushi restaurant.
Yes, Stiff, you have 3 amazing sections. And he goes, for you to enjoy this feast, if you would like any of the fortitude feasts, I invite you to sit on board. You may anchor your ship to mine as you enjoy my unique sea dining experience.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right.
And you see that he waves his hand as multiple mage hands come out, and they go and they tie the ship and they latch it together so they don't sail away. And you see that a little bridge connects 2 of the ships, a plank for you to walk across, and invites you on board. And as you go on board, you see that there's like a little sitting area for multiple guests, but it's just the 3 of you today. And he hands you a menu as you sit at a wooden booth style table, and you see that there's a mage hand, 2 mage hands, one with a quill and one with a piece of paper, as he hands you a menu.
Oh, okay.
So when you go to order, make sure you read out what it is in a little blurb, just to get the full experience.
Well, there's... Okay, can't eat anything from the fortitude feasts. Looks like I could probably get something from Saber Snacks. Just the coral crunchies, I think. I've never eaten seaweed before, Nova. What's seaweed taste like?
Oh, it's a little chewy, very salty, but in a good way.
Okay.
If I cook it long enough, I can make it nice and crunchy for you.
Yes? Whatever way you think it needs to be served, I'll trust you, Nova.
Oh, you got it.
Wait, so I don't know how much gold you guys have. This is 475 gold?
These are quite the decorated dishes.
Mine's only 35 gold.
I don't know if I could eat
And Drell's like throwing up over the balcony still.
Oh, Drell, don't throw up now. I'm gonna give me a second. And I run over to the side.
I would be insulted if you actually ate my food first. I must say that these foods, other than the mindful refreshments and the savory snacks, these the feast won't last more than a few hours due to its sea nature. Seafood tends not to store well.
So what brings you out here? Why'd you decide to go, cooking in the sea?
Well, I'm actually on my way to the Kambuki Isles. I feel that my services are needed.
Oh, definitely.
Plus, South Tryllis isn't doing too well right now. Not much business on the roads in the last week or so. I feel like something unbecoming is happening. And,
yeah.
something tells me merchant trading is going to come to a halt soon.
Yep.
Sea cow milk. This has sea cow milk. Sorry, Armos. I got very distracted.
Armos has one bead of sweat going down his head.
Sorry, what were you saying, Armos? I got distracted by the sea cow.
No, yeah, sea cow. Let's talk about that instead. Totally. Yeah, not that we got to change the subject or yeah. Anyways. Wait, this. So, a Kraken meal is 475 gold. This drink is 500 gold?
Yes. Well, these mindful refreshments give a little more pep to your step. You can actually save these and drink these when you want. For those that are in tune with the magical weave, it grants certain benefits on top of a tasty beverage.
What's this little weird icon next to Right to Novo? I don't know what that means. It's almost like two bells at the end of a curve, like a bridge with two.
Oh, it's like a sending stone.
Okay. So if
for
those who can't see it, there's a phone icon on Right to Novo. Anyways, I'll have the Coral Crunchies, one for here, one to go, as usual. And I'm going to try 2 drinks. That sounds fun. I'm going to try the Abyssal Elixir and the Sea Serpent Sip.
And you see that the mage hands begin to write that down.
Drell tries to ready himself, and he's like, I'll take 1 Kraken's Embrace and 1 Pearl of the Ocean.
Absolutely. And he writes that down. And please wrote it. And for you, Red One.
I guess I'll do the Merfolk Delight.
Great choice. Great choice.
Do we know what the benefits are of the drinks, or are we just gonna randomly order them? Or is that
actually no? I'll let you know right now. So the Fortitude Feast, they increase your max HP 1 per player mechanically. So the Kraken's Embrace gives you 9 max HP. The Merfolk's Delight gives you 5 max HP, and the Triton's Bounty gives you 2 max HP. The savory snacks are temporary hit points, where the Siren Song Bites give you 15, the Coral Crunchies give you 10, and the Giant Squid Rings give you 7. And then the Mindful Refreshments are potions, where the Abyssal Elixir gives you up to a 5th level spell slot back. The Pearl of the Ocean grants 1 extra dice of damage onto your spells for 1 hour. And the Sea Sprite's Sip gives you advantage on concentration checks until your next long rest.
Wait, so if you don't have spells, then the Ocean Pearl does nothing for you?
It just tastes delicious. A soothing, milky drink served in a shell-shaped cup.
Never mind, I don't want that one.
Oh, it's the finest sea cow milk you will ever have. Drell, I strongly encourage you to order one.
No.
I guess you're not one for alcoholic beverages. I pegged you as a drinker.
Yeah, I have my own. They actually help me, feel good. It's not just about the taste and the money, They actually, I don't know. I'll just take 1 Kraken's Embrace.
And then I pull out one of my ales that I've been brewing to drink with it in protest.
Okay. I mean, if you want the subpar drink, of course.
wow?
You see that he gives you an eye as you're trying to compete with his cooking skills.
Yo, he brought his own drink to a restaurant. Wow.
It's actually kind of popular. People do it all the time. You never
Maybe
brought a
in
bottle
movie
of wine
theaters.
to a fancy restaurant?
No.
No? You're not cultured, man. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you. We do it all the time up north. It's pretty common.
And for you, Red One.
So I'll do the Kraken's Embrace as well, and then I'll do the Abyssal Elixir. Going fancy.
Would you like the Abyssal Elixir for here to go?
To go.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see he writes that down, and he looks at you, Minnis.
What I said before, I'll have the Sea Sprite Sip and the Abyssal Elixir and Coral Crunchies, one for here, one to go. And as a player, can I this spell slot back? Is that something I can like take to go and use later, like a potion, or?
Yeah, these are meant to be used as potions.
Oh, okay. And yeah, so so I should just, what do these drinks come in? I'm just supposed to take them to go, or what?
I have my own line of very unique, very stylish mason jars. And you see that he gestures over to a part of the boat. Hey, I've picked up an additional hobby outside of cooking myself, a little bit of glass blowing. Yeah, I've been learning from some of the best around Umbrea, and started making my own mason jars to sell my own goods in. You would believe the amount of gold I saved just by crafting my own.
He's a dragon that does glass blowing.
Yeah.
There's just something funny about that image. I'm just trying to work it out in my brain.
So I'll go ahead and get your order in, and I'll see you in just a few moments. Please enjoy the atmosphere on the Evertonne Sea.
Oh, thank you. We'll see you in a bit.
And you see that he heads back down, and you hear a lot of pots and pans flipping, twisting, and cooking, and flames roaring, and the chopping of kraken tentacles and other foods being prepared and served as all these spatulas and mage hands fly around preparing your meal. And you hear the occasional "Ah-ha-ha!" as the flame broils and the chimneys above you like blow this massive smokestack as he's cooking away. A few moments pass and he comes up with your food and he lays it out before you. The Kraken's Embrace looks like the picture on the menu, by the way, which is a bunch of chopped up kraken meat with these beautiful squid tentacles coming at the top. It looks very like a floral arrangement almost of just this big seafood platter. He sets it in front of you with your food. Minnis, he gives you your to go. The potions, the mindful refreshments come in ready to go mason jars. And he goes, please, enjoy. And he heads back downstairs as he bows to you.
Oh, this is pretty pleasant out on the sea. But yeah, I'm gonna just throw up one more time before Drell's got me in it. And I go and throw up on the side again.
You throw up and begin eating your food, and sure enough, just like every other time you ate at Novo's Car, it is an absolute banger. It just tastes really good. The Coral Crunchies are extra crunchy, burst with flavor. The Kraken's Embrace is tender, yet cuts like butter, just like some of the best steaks you've ever had. And the drinks, as you take like a little sip from them, taste wonderful.
I look at Armos and I'm like, is this a scale in my food? What is this?
I have no idea. Look at this. Look at this flower. Are we supposed to eat this too? Nope.
If there's for decoration.
Here, you want to try it?
This seaweed looks interesting. No, I don't eat fish either, so.
No, it's a flower.
Oh, the flower? No, I don't eat. I don't eat flowers.
You know?
I eat like lettuce and
I
vegetables.
thought that's why you
mean?
collected them all.
Yeah, we've definitely seen.
What? No, I collect it for myself, and I open one of my journals. This is my flower journal.
Oh, so you don't eat those?
Wait, you haven't been eating these this whole time?
Oh my.
No, I just collect flowers. How did you, what?
Oh.
That makes a little bit more sense. I'm not gonna lie.
You thought I just ate flowers?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You've been collecting so many and we haven't seen them, so we just thought you've been eating them.
Yeah, we see you do weird things in that journal all the time. You think
Yeah.
eating flowers is the weirdest
What
thing?
weird things do I do in my journal?
Oh. Do
Look,
we
man.
want to talk about
Hey,
where we just left
Yeah,
from?
we don't
You and-
want to judge or anything. Okay.
Yeah, we don't know what you do in your room alone with that journal, okay?
Yeah, Minnis. All right, don't come at us like we're doing something wrong.
How did this get turned around? I'm so confused. I don't eat flowers,
Anyways.
okay?
Okay.
You've never
Well, I'll put it right
never
here.
ate a flower in your life? And Drell points at Minnis.
What? I mean, when I was a kid, I was dumb.
Oh, no. See,
Oh, not now. I'm an
See,
adult.
talk
It's
about-
okay.
see
if
what I'm
you
talking
don't
about,
wanna,
Armos.
you know,
See what I'm talking
look,
about.
hey, We won't look at him, but I'll put the flower here, and he's sitting next to me. I put it like in between us.
Well, I'm gonna put it in my journal.
If we turn around and it's gone, we're not gonna say one way or the other what you did with it.
You could literally look at me right now. See, I'm putting it.
This
probably belongs on the.
Do you?
This page. Okay, so I'll put that. Yeah, that matches those flowers. And trying to get a good palette going.
I used to eat flowers when I was younger too. Some of them just look good.
Yeah, see, it's okay.
Yeah, Minnis.
No comment, and I eat my food.
You see the mage hands like cleaning up a little bit as the three of you are like finished with some plates, and these are pretty hefty meals despite being like snack size or feast size. And Novo comes back on over. He asks like how the food is going, and he goes, "So, the three of you are coming from the Kambuki Isles."
Yeah.
Why would you be coming from there, if you don't mind me asking?
And I try to quickly explain everything that just happened in the shortest possible amount of words, and just try to start eating right after I get done explaining it all. So yeah, that's about it.
Wow, that is a tale. That is a tale for sure.
So yeah, there's a lot of people that probably gonna need some food over there. It's kind of a mess.
The weave has been compelling me to go to Kambuki Isles for some time, and I figured with the troubles on the roads in South Tryllis, it was time to go.
The what? The weed?
The weave. The weave.
It's
familiar.
It's the magic stuff. Oh, Reginald.
I thought we were talking about flowers again.
I thought Reginald told you about the weave. Maybe he didn't. You're a warlock, so that magic is a little different for you.
The weave is open to interpretation to each individual. It's more of a, we say it as a phrase, but sometimes when you feel compelled to go somewhere, some call it destiny, some call it fate, some call it a hunch. It all means the same thing, am I right?
Armos doesn't like this. He likes things being yes or no.
But if you are traveling in South Tryllis, be very careful on who you meet on the road. A lot of fanatics have been running around lately.
Oh, we know, Novo. We know.
Yeah.
Do you know if they have any food preferences in the Kambuki Isles, so I may further prepare my menu?
You know what? I didn't really ask all the Minotaurs over there. At least in like the Aramore kind of port, I'm sure they eat normal stuff. There are all kinds of different races there. But if you do go offer some aid over in San Lo, I don't know if they're one of the meat-eating Minotaur races. A lot of Minotaurs in my tribe still eat meat. I don't though.
Oh, Minnis, and Drell grabs Minnis, and he leans over outside of like Novo's ear, and he goes, "You should tell him to name something after Numi or something like that, and then that way when he gets there, there's like a dish named after her, and then she'll know it was like you, and it'll be cool. You should do that. Tell him it means like something like important or something that he'll want to name the dish after, or just pay him. I don't know. Either way, I feel like that'd be a good idea, though."
Novo.
Aye.
If I catch a really cool fish right now, would you name a dish after my friend Numi?
Name a dish after Numi. Well, what does she like?
She likes journals, and she likes writing in her journals, and she also owns a shop, and she's also really sweet, and she also likes talking and a lot.
Means food, Minnis.
Food. Oh, she likes a lot of the same stuff I like vegetables and like vegetarian stuff.
And I lean in and I'm like, flowers.
You see his eyes are like half lowered, and he's like smoking his pipe, and, and his nostrils flare, smoke comes out of them. He goes, "Aye, journals of flowers. You said sweet.
Yeah.
What if I make a nice dessert in her name for you?"
Oh, that would be great. Oh my gosh, I told her all about my mom's cookies, so maybe if you could make some kind of cookies. Could I give you one of my mom's cookie recipes?
I could interpret.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want the sugar cookie recipes or the snickerdoodle recipes? Or do you want cupcakes? Or maybe I could give you a cake? She makes lots of cakes, but that might be a little difficult to make tons of stuff for lots of people. So I don't know if you want to... am I talking a lot? I'm talking a lot, aren't I?
Novo's blinking super slow as he's just like listening to you smoking his pipe.
I'll just give you the sugar cookie recipe.
He takes the piece of paper and he goes, simple. Oh, interesting. Your mother has good taste.
Huh, she does.
Tell me, Minnis. And he gets it. He pulls up a chair. He sits on it. The legs of the wooden chair bend a little bit from his weight.
Gulp.
As he gets closer, he goes, tell me. Cookies for Numi.
Yeah?
Special friend.
No.
Takes a puff of his pipe, breathes out of his nostrils. Is this for love?
What? Who said anything about that? I don't know why you would ask that all of a sudden. Right, guys? Why is everybody looking at me like that?
Drell is totally just staring at Minnis, blinking.
Yep, slow blinking as well.
Synchronized
Everybody.
slow blinks. Cooking is one of the most romantic gestures one could give to their paramour.
Probably. If you were to give it to your party more, what was that word?
You see that he gets up and like the chair stabilizes. You can hear almost a sigh of relief from the creaking wood. And he goes, if I meet Numi and Sendo, I'll be sure to give her some cookies on the house.
Oh, great. Yeah. Yeah, if you could put some mint in the cookies, that's her favorite flavor. So maybe you could change it up a little bit from my mom's recipe to fit her a taste. So,
Samoa's. Got this. And he gives you a wink and he slides the bill over and he goes back to his kitchen area. And you see that on the bill, he has added 20 extra gold for cookies for Numi.
yeah.
Armos.
Hey, I'm paying my own. You're on your own.
I left my wallet in
Nope.
the Kambuki Isles. I need your help.
Negative. I'm in
Come on.
$0. Yo,
I got you next time.
I already put my gold on the table.
So the three of you settle up with your bill, and he had added the bill for Numi already onto Minnis' tab, and the three of you settle up, and you are ready to go back onto your ship. As Novo greets you, he goes, "Thank you for coming. It's always a pleasure running into the three of you. Perhaps next time I prepare something special for you when we have some more time and not on ocean."
Yes, of course.
Oh, and thanks for the tip about the Minotaurs in Sando. I will be sure to not serve them any type of beef. And you hear a cow mooing in the back of the ship.
Again, I don't know about all of them, but definitely Numi. She likes vegetables.
Oh, they like bullfish also. As we start to sail away, bullfish. They love them.
Oh, and you see that a giant, massive bullfish rears its head out from in front of Novo's boat as it's being pulled by one.
Oh, wow!
They're gonna love me. You see that he detaches your ship as the three of you go on, and he begins to sail away. As you see all these little mage hands wave at you.
I made my hand way back.
And the three of you sail on. So you gather your drinks, you gather your snacks, and the three of you are back on your sloop, and you begin to sail eastward again after detaching from Novo. More time passes. Is there anything else as we shift from midday into evening as you've been sailing a couple more hours?
Nope.
I don't think so.
A few hours pass, and it's becoming late into the afternoon, early evening. The sun hasn't set just yet. However, you feel within the next hour it's going to start setting. It is now summertime, so the days are longer, which is good for sailing, as sailing at night tends to be a little more treacherous than it is during the day. And then you see in the distance a rock formation. You see a rock formation, and it's seen to your west. It's large and towering and solid rock with very flat surfaces. It looks like 3 rock pillars leaning on top of each other with very flat surfaces. Like you couldn't climb on it. It's just just jutting out of the water, pointing up high into the sky. I'm going to say one of you takes out your telescope, because since it's like something that is crossing your view, one person give me an investigation check as you examine the rock formation.
Can I do a perception check?
Oh yeah, perception check. I don't know why I said investigation. Give me a perception check as you take out your telescope to take a gander.
We'll do. That's going to be an 18.
An 18. You get the additional information with an 18.
Oh, good.
You look at the peak of the rock spires and you notice a large amount of ship rubble at the very top. Different types of wood, cloth sails, and other rubbish compacted on top of each other to make a makeshift platform. And with an 18, you see some movement with on the platform. And you can see that the platform isn't flat. It looks like it dents in like a bowl. You see the flapping of large wings, confirming that it's a nest of some kind.
Hey, y'all remember that bird we saw on the way to the Kambuki Isles? You don't think it's that, do you? There's a nest over there.
Well, the bird you saw on the way to the Kambuki Isles was a...
Wasn't that the
never
dragon?
mind.
That was the shadow dragon with the red eyes or something like that. That's what I thought it was.
What
So
we hid
something
from with the
different.
crew.
Yeah, with Fognarthost. You're absolutely right, yeah.
So it's just a nest. We're going straight towards it, or what?
Yes. So you're about 1,000 feet away from it. Each one of these squares is 60 feet. Your boat has a travel speed of 120, by the way.
Freaking bullshit. I don't have Eldritch Blast. Okay? Just want to point that out.
So you're beginning to sail forward. Is there anything the three of you would like to do with this
So
information?
do we see anything on it, or we just see a nest?
You see a nest that and Minnis has confirmed that there are some large baby birds on it.
Oh God. Okay, well, this is a cool bird. Let's just keep sailing.
I mean, can we try and sail around it? I don't want to get into trouble while we're out here.
Yeah. So, like, I guess I don't understand. We can just sail around it, right?
Yeah, you're heading forward. This just came into view.
Okay. Well, we should just keep our distance, and we'll go north.
Yeah, let's
And
do
then
that.
way. Small detour, scenic route.
Yeah, we'll travel north for the time being until we can ensure that we get
Yeah.
a wide berth around these nests.
Somebody roll me a d20.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Oh, I already hit it. Sorry.
Didn't know your name was Drell too.
I said I'm sorry. I was just when it said roll a d20, I was already on it.
No, it's
he
fine.
finished his
I'm
sentence.
just kidding.
What did you roll?
A 14.
You sail and some time passes and you're able to advance 300 square feet. Somebody roll me another d20.
Not
Yeah,
me.
bro.
Not it.
16.
You're able to go another 300 feet as you are starting to come closer as the nest is becoming more in view.
I feel like this is like Battleship, and there's a monster like swimming around.
The nest
Okay.
is a red herring.
Right.
Pun intended.
Minnis, go ahead and roll me a d20.
11.
You advance another 300 feet. As the water seems a little wavy as you are passing the rock spire.
Now that we're closer, can I look through the telescope again?
Sure, give me a perception check.
There's a 16.
You look through and you get a better vantage point on the nest. And you see that the nest is completely made up of broken ship parts and sails. In there, you see 4 giant birds, but they look like babies as they like jumping around as it looks like they can't quite fly yet.
Okay, so it's just babies right now.
What kind of birds?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen birds like this before.
Do they look like predator birds? Are they like hummingbirds?
They look like baby birds. I don't know if they are predators or not, but they're big.
Make me a nature check to see if you can kind of figure out what type of bird this is.
All right, let's go, nature boy.
11.
Can I help Minnis go through his book and give him advantage? Could give him a help option or a help action. Like, come on, Minnis. Remember, some of the birds are like this, and then you have the other ones that are like this.
Like
What does it have? Or is it beak small? Is it beak
Right.
long?
I
Here,
feel
I'll
like I
look
should do
through
a
my monster
disadvantage
notebook.
now.
I'll look through my monster notebook while you're doing that. Hang on, yeah. We got some.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah,
put our
look
heads
through there.
together. Nope, I didn't see anything.
Go ahead and roll with advantage as you are getting a help action.
Went from an 11 to a 14.
With a 14, you know that these are baby rocks.
They're baby rocks?
ROC.
Oh, they are the thing that we saw.
Yes, it is the same type of. They are baby versions of the thing you saw near the Kambuki Isles that flew overhead as you were sailing with Fognar.
Yep. Okay, yep. Those are definitely baby versions of the things we were avoiding on our way to the Kambuki Isles. So I think we should keep avoiding them.
Armos, roll me another D20 as you continue to sail.
15.
The coast is clear as you advance another 300 feet. Drell, go ahead and roll me a D20.
Oh, is this our last one? We're close to the end of the map. Inspiration.
I have a luck die, so I'll use that. Haha, 19.
I like it.
You continue to sail forward. You are out of view of the nest, seemingly, as the nest is now behind you and you are back on the open ocean.
Keep sailing, guys. Everybody
Just
keep your eyes
looking.
out.
Luckily, I didn't have Eldritch Blast. Throw it up. Pew, 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 pew.
1,000 feet away.
Well, I mean, 300.
You gonna kill baby birds like that, you monster?
Temporary hit points are temporary hit points.
Jeez, damn. These are just God's little creatures, bro. This is birds.
Yeah, right. Until they become crazy predators that the people on the sea who live every day at the sea cower
The
from.
three of you begin to sail, or still sailing, as you are going away from the rock formation that is holding a bunch of baby rocks. As you continue to sail eastward towards the kingdom of Aramore. And it slowly becomes night. And as the sun sets, you are getting ready for your nightly activities. You do know that the ship you still sail the ship, but you sail it at half speed because this is the time where you rest. And you know that sailing at night is a little bit more dangerous than it is sailing during the day, as water sometimes tends to be a little more rough than it is during the day. And as you settle down for your nighttime activities, the three of you get ready to rest for the night. Is there anything the three of you would like to do as you feel that you're safely out of the way from the rock formation? You do not see any giant shadows fly over you, nothing inconspicuous.
No, not that I can think of.
No.
Okay, who's taking first watch?
Minnis will.
Minnis will. Okay, so the three of you eat like a late supper. You gather around the table and you begin to talk, and you talk about your close encounters with the rocks. Eat some food, and you get on your nightly attire. And Minnis, you go up to the crow's nest for the first round of watch, while Armos and Drell get some shut-eye. As you maintain the sails, you sit up in the crow's nest and you look out into the black Evertonne Sea. Now, if you've ever been on a boat at nighttime in the middle of the ocean, the stars illuminate very well, but everything else is pitch black. It is scary out in the middle of the ocean. Very scary. As the jostle of water against your sloop sounds eerie as it echoes against the ocean waves, you take first watch. Go ahead and roll me a D20.
Yeah, is the boat manned on its own? I forget. Did they have something magic to do that, or?
The compass leaves it in its own. The compass leads you in the right direction, but the ship doesn't necessarily drive itself. But there's only one sail that's kind of half, and it's going in one direction, and you're kind of controlling it in between, going up and down in the crow's nest and such.
I put a stick to keep the wheel straight, and then only move it if the compass changes.
Yeah, the wheel has a locking mechanism on it for sure. Yeah.
All right, perception check.
Well, no, you're gonna roll me a flat D20.
All right, well, I roll my perception check. I'm gonna roll the D20 on the side because that's absolutely wild. I just rolled an 8 on the D20.
And what did you roll for perception?
I roll with advantage now, and I got 2 D20s
Why do you roll with advantage now?
because of my rod.
Oh yeah, the rod of alertness. Wow.
I feel alert.
And with the rod of alertness, you notice absolutely nothing. It's a smooth watch for you as you continue to do your thing, hanging up in the crow's nest, going down every so often, checking the sails, checking the wheel, using the stars and watching the compass. You know you are sailing in the right direction, and sure enough, it's the next person's watch. Who is taking next watch?
I will.
Drell? You wait minutes.
Yeah.
You wake up Drell.
I wake up Drell, but before I do, I go check on the Sid dance party to make sure they're not getting too rowdy.
You go into the lower deck. It's and it's just there's flashing lights in there. You see that like there's strobes going off and like they're like "Meh," and like boxes are flying and there's barrels rolling and you just kind of like pull your head back up.
I cast light of multicolors on the new SIDS that have sticks waiting for me, so they have glow sticks. And I go back and I'm like, oh, Drell, you're up.
Fuck. Okay.
Yep, already locked the wheel.
Or the Sid's still partying? Are they done?
You'll probably pass them on your way out.
Oh, okay.
And Drell can like slowly hear the music as he's getting them.
Okay.
And then Drell kind of gets up and he stretches out and stretches his legs and walks about the bow of the ship.
You walk around the ship as you do your nightly watch. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
No whammies, no whammies. That's a 12.
You walking the bow of the ship, and as you're looking into the blackness of the sea, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay, I'm pretty good at those. I'm gonna use my inspiration dice on this one. It's a 19.
You look over to the side of the ship and you see this large, scaly fish face with small white eyes, green scales with large fish-like ears. It is wearing a vest, is very fat and pudgy, and has a very large belt with a satchel across of it. Top half looks like a fat humanoid fish folk, with the bottom half looking like a water tornado. It does not have any legs. It looks like the bottom half of its body looks like a tail of spinning water, keeping it afloat. And he looks at you, Drell, and he goes, "Curious, very curious visitors."
Excuse me, what? Who are you?
Tell me, you who wander into my home, who is you? And you see that the ship is no longer moving anymore. It's like you didn't notice the subtle stop, but as you're looking at the water, you notice that you're stuck in place.
Interesting.
Hey, look, man. We don't want any trouble. You know, we're just floating around.
Floating around. Well, I also seem to be floating around. However, you seem to be floating in private territory.
Oh, is that so?
Do you see me floating around in your home?
Well, I don't live in the ocean, so I actually think that's physically not possible, but I get the point of I get the gist of what you're saying.
Please, take a look below. He gestures with his webbed hands to look over the deck of the ship. He's about 10 feet off the side, but he's a very large creature that's floating. And you see that the tail of water that looks like a tornado of water, a whirlpool of water into like a tail formation, is connected to the ocean. And he moves his webbed hands as you look over cautiously, and he manipulates the ocean water and he parts it underneath your ship. And your ship is no longer floating in the water, but you see this coral barnacle mixture of vines grabbing the bottom of your ship. And you see just below, floating in almost like this magical bubble, is this moderate-sized building resembling that of a small coral castle just underneath your ship. And it looks like the base of it is connected by this extension of coral reef that goes all the way down below to the bottom of the ocean. It looks like connecting to the seafloor miles and miles deep. And he goes, "You sailed right over my home, nearly damaging."
Oh,
See, if I was not here to interfere, you would have crashed right into it.
I'm sorry. We didn't know that this was here. We didn't see it.
Didn't see, but did you even beg to look, or did you just sail where you please?
No, I mean, we're very safe sailors. We always look where we go. My friend Minnis was up here, and he was paying very good attention to everything, and, you know.
You see that he like gets closer, and with his white beady eyes, he like looks at you and he like raises one of his fishy eyebrows, smacks his lips, licks the top one with this long, thin, split tongue. He goes, "For this transgression, I believe I will use your human customs to solve this issue. Only fair, yes?"
Oh, you want us to pay you? Is that what it
What do
is?
they call it? A toll. Give me a perception check.
Oh fuck. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. It was a nat 1. It's a 7, so it's a 14.
You don't notice anything specific, but he is wearing human clothing. He has like this blue vest on with a white sailor shirt. It has pins on it, and he has a very large satchel that looks to be filled with things. And his buckle across his belly is very ornate, but you can't see anything more specific than that, because whenever you go to examine him, he quickly catches your attention with his hand and tries to focus it on his eyes, trying to keep your attention to him. And he seems to have like this way with you as he's talking to you. So I believe the toll is a fair way for you almost destroying my house, crossing into my private water space.
What is this? What is this toll?
It could be a sum of gold. It could be something shiny and valuable. Something maybe I could decorate my home with. Perhaps something that would alert other people that I live here and that there are other beings that live here. They must understand that this is a shared ocean.
Of course. Yes, shared. Yeah, of course. Yes, it's very important to, pay to have, us pay you to share the ocean. Of course.
Tell me, he doesn't like the sarcasm in your voice. He goes, you're telling me something.
No, that's not sarcasm.
Oh, no, please. Please.
Excuse me.
Marif's not offended, but Marif don't like tone.
What is your name?
Let me ask
Marif?
Let me ask you a question.
You didn't even ask my name.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps two, because you bring up a very good point. First, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
My name is...
Why the pause?
Drell.
Why the hesitation?
I was
Waiting for Dave to come back.
Yeah. It's my name is Drell. Drell. That's my name.
You see he gets closer to the boat and he puts one hand on the edge of it as the water underneath the ship begins to close back up to hide his coral house.
Mm-hmm.
And he, with his other hand, he's like waving it like in front of your eyes. He goes, let me ask you something. You stumble upon Marif's home. Let's say Marif stumbled upon Drell's home. He wanders in, he meanders in. Do you not stand your ground?
Well, I mean, if it was an accident, I wouldn't, get mad.
I just fly over your home in large structure, nearly taking it out without your intervention, taking out one of your rooms. What do you have? What if you have children? Guess. Perception check.
Fuck. I'm gonna use a luck point again on that one. That was a nat 1. Oh my god! I just rolled a second fucking nat 1 in a row.
It's happening again. It's happening again.
I don't want to use my last one, so I think it's just gonna be a nat 1.
Okay. With a nat 1, you're locked in and you're like listening to his story. And he goes, so if I wandered to your home, almost taking out your home, and don't offer some type of solace to your issue, you stand ground.
Well, I mean, yes, I said we could come to a solution, so.
So what do you offer? What do you propose, Marie, for a solution?
That's a good question. What do I offer? I mean, how much gold? We don't really have much. So, I mean, how much would you be looking for as compensation? I would have to wake up my friend Armos. He's the banker. I'd have to see what he has on him,
Oh, what about trinkets? Shiny bauble worth some coin, perhaps?
I don't have a shiny bubble.
He looks over at you and, do you have any weapons on you?
I mean, I think just my axe, like, on my side, but I don't have, like, all the other ones with me.
How about shiny axe on your back? Looks very well crafted. Truly.
No, this hunk of junk? No, you wouldn't want something like this.
Oh, but
I wouldn't want to disrespect you with this.
And you see he tries to lean over the boat and the boat tips a little bit. And he goes, oh, but it looks so well made. Look nice in sea room. What do you say? You respect Marie, right? Perhaps you give me many gem nice sharp axe to hang on sea mantle?
No, I need this axe. I can't. I would be left.
Perception check.
Fuck. I'm rolling so bad. 13.
You notice that there's water around your feet.
Yeah. Okay. Look, how much gold to make this thing go away? Okay.
10,000 gold pieces.
Okay. I don't have. Like I said, we're not rich like that.
Oh, but you said Armos. Your friend Armos? Has money?
Yeah, but not that
Go
much.
take from coin purse. Well, we'll see what you can get.
Okay. Well, how about this?
We don't want to get wet around the gills here.
Yeah. See, you're also gonna have to stop like doing what you're doing if you need to get paid, because I can't pay you if our ship is like underwater or something. So there's that.
I mean, if ship underwater, then I get everything on ship, no?
I don't want to say that's okay, how about this? You stop, and I start banging my foot on the the boat to like try to wake up Minnis and Armos.
Give me a sleight of hand with disadvantage, because when you're trying to slam your foot, it's being muddled by water.
I got a 5.
They do not wake up. You notice that the one hand that's on the side of the ship, it's leaking water. You immediately get the sense that he's trying to sink your ship slowly.
I don't know if this is the right choice.
10,000 gold. Make all this go away.
All right. Yeah, well, I gotta go get him. I would have to go get the money. You need to stop sinking the ship.
Oh, tick tock, tick tock. And he like looks down with his beady eyes and looks back up at you.
Fuck.
The water bubbles.
Really hope Armos and Minnis don't mind this.
I pull out my axe and I chop his fucking hand off on the fucking
roll
boat.
Initiative.
Minnis, Armos, wake up.
I got a 6.
All right, what's it?
Minnis drove the boat onto some guy's house and now he's pissed.
Does that wake us up?
We'll say that goes off on his initiative, so give me 1 second
Right.
here. What'd you get? A 6?
6, yeah.
6. We're gonna go ahead and start initiative as you take out your axe and he quickly responds. On initiative 19, it's going to be Marif.
Wait, so do I not get a surprise attack?
Not against this particular individual, for reasons that will be disclosed later.
Okay.
You see, as you pull out your axe, he immediately gets ready as the two of you go into initiative, and he takes the jump. As you see that he reaches into his satchel, pulls out a giant trident, and he goes to poke at you.
Okay.
He goes, oh, you want something this side? He gets a 22 and a 23. That second one is going to hit. Would you like to make a reaction on the first one? The first miss.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to make a reaction on the one that hit, and add 7 AC. So I have 30 AC now. So both miss.
You grow your tail and you dodge out of the way as you smack the trident, and he goes, oh, interesting.
Yeah, you're not the only one with tricks up your sleeve.
He takes out with his free hand, almost like a sneaking pistol. He takes it out and a jet stream of water shoots out of it. Go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw with DC 16.
Okay. You get to roll these with advantage. I don't have to. That's a 21.
21. You see as a stream of water comes out of his hand, just missing. It's like a water jet. It would have knocked you back if it hit you. We're going to go ahead and move to initiative 6 as he uses his movement to move 15 feet further back out into the middle of the water.
I again yell, Armos, Minnis, wake up and bring my hammer.
And bring my hammer.
And then I kind of want to look to see, is there anything? So he's backing up, but he's huge, right? So is any part of him still like on the ship?
No, he's not on the ship. He is floating out of the water. He's not considered huge. He's a large creature. He's about your size, but he's a very fat fish.
Oh, okay.
How big, like size-wise, is he? Like how many feet?
10 feet tall, 8 feet wide.
Perfect.
Yeah, I just yell, Minnis, Armos, we're being robbed by a fat fish. Bring my hammer. Help.
Who's you calling fat? This is just water weight.
Sorry. Yeah, you know what? That was really offensive. I do apologize. We're being robbed by a big boned fish. Bring my hammer.
Armos, is Drell yelling up there? Why is everything wet?
Armos is already just like full alert and foot's like out the door, ready to
Roll initiative.
And also bring my trident. I don't know which one I'm gonna use first.
Minnis, get it. Get his stuff. I got
What?
an 18.
You got a 20.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind, I'll get it. Minnis speeds past me.
Drell, what else are you doing as you call out for Minnis and Armos as they run out to you?
I don't really have anything else that I can do right now if he's like backing away from me.
Yeah, you see that he's like hovering over the water, and we're gonna go ahead and move to initiative 20 Minnis.
I get up to the top. Bro, what's happening? Why is everything wet?
Well, you drove us straight onto this guy's house, and he's pissed about it.
What do you mean me?
Weren't you paying attention when you were up here? You were just letting the ship drive itself, Minnis.
No, I've been switching the path based on the compass.
Well, the company.
You were doing that, right?
Yes, of course I was, but I didn't even have a chance.
What's happening?
He wasn't. He was dilly-dallying.
Oh my goodness.
He was just strutting around doing nothing.
That's so not true. I was totally paying attention to everything and using the compass.
Minnis, what are you doing on initiative 20?
Minnis sees what's happening. He's like, oh, we don't have time for this. And he's going to try and cast a 4th level guiding bolt.
Okay, roll it.
13.
That's going to miss.
Oh, inspiration.
Okay.
13.
Misses.
Fucking
A
annoying.
skeptical miss. What else would you like to do?
And that will be it.
We're gonna move to initiative 19, which is Marif. As he's holding his trident, he sees that, like, oh, looks like your friends have come up. Listen, and he puts his trident down almost in a passive way, and he goes, see, I was just talking to your friend. Perhaps the two of you might be more sensible in your choices. See, you have almost destroyed my home. If not for my intervention, I could be homeless. Perhaps a toll, which is your custom, of 10,000 gold. And
Oh,
we
heck
forgive this.
no.
Oh, heck no.
Armos, get up
Yeah,
here.
because we don't have that money, right, Minnis? That's what I told him. We just don't have it. It's not that we don't want to give it to him.
Yeah, I definitely don't. Oh my goodness. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Who the hell has more than 1,000 gold?
Who has? Oh, that is too bad. Minnis, water jet. Make me a DC dexterity saving throw of a DC 16.
28.
28. He misses you as you see this powerful water jet from his palm breezes by you, and he goes, oh, we're dealing with a couple of quick ones. And you see that he takes his trident and he is staying on guard. You notice that the boat is no longer sinking because he's not touching it, Drell. However, it has taken on significant water. We're going to move to initiative 18, Armos.
Open up the door, throw Drell his trident and his hammer, right? Is that what you asked
Yep.
me for?
Yep.
And then as I throw those to him, I look at the big dude and I cast Force Cage on him.
What does that do?
Immobile, invisible, cube-shaped prison composed of magical forces string into existence around an area that you choose within range, which is at least 100 feet. The prison can be a cage or a solid box, so it needs to be a cage. The prison is shaped as a cage, can be up to 20 feet from side to side, 2 inches, blah, blah, blah. The prison that is shaped like a box can be 10 feet on the side. Okay, when you cast the spell, any creature that is completely inside the caged area is trapped. The creature only partly within the area, there's too large to fit, is pushed away from the center of the area until it is completely outside the area. A creature inside the cage cannot leave it by non-magical means. If a creature tries to use teleport or interplane travel to leave the cage, they must make a charisma saving throw. On a successful, the creature can use that magic to exit the cage. On a failure, that creature cannot exit the cage and waste the use of that spell or effect. The cage also extends to the ethereal plane, blocking ethereal travel. The spell cannot be dispelled by dispel magic. Stuck!
Yeah. So I guess that's the dude on his turn. So you cast the spell and he's in the box. Oh, wait, hold on. You see as this, he goes, wait, what is going on? He's trapped in a box, and you see that the water tornado where he was floating from pops, and you see these tiny, very thin legs. And he can barely stand as they're like, he's wearing like these blue pants. And he's like, oh, as he's sitting, he goes, demon magic. Very tricky, very interesting. What is your name, Red One?
Armos.
The big one was just telling me about you. Brains of operation, clearly clever one. We're gonna move to initiative 6, Drell, as you now see this invisibly caged Morif.
I don't have anything I can do, so I guess I will just hold my action. I am holding a dodge action just in case.
All right, then we're gonna move to initiative 20, Minnis, as you're looking at this Morif stuck in a invisible cage. As you see, like he's like holding on to the invisible bars. He's like looking around.
So I'm just gonna give him a little, I'm gonna go invisible with a bonus action. And then I'm gonna shout into the air. Like I'm shouting to the heavens. Let us go or I will smite you. Because he's very grumpy that he got woken up for this bullshit. And I'm gonna attack with a 3rd level guiding bolt to hopefully intimidate him a bit. And that's going to be a 24 to hit.
That hits.
And he's going to take 15 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, he takes 15 points of radiant damage. He goes, oh, I had hurting captive creatures, such way of evil mortals, evil landfolk. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
We move to initiative 19, which is Morif, and he goes, oh, listen. Now, we could do this easy way, we could do this hard way, and it seems you have up ahead Morif admit, maybe tensions got a little bit too high. Your ship has currently taken on water that is being held by my home that you traveled over. You let Morif go, Morif lets you go, and we both go about our separate ways. And you see that the trident that he has, it's like very squished. He puts it back into his satchel, and he holds his hands out of it, like he tries to put his hands up, almost surrendering.
Nope, don't trust this guy. Don't trust this guy.
Can we do a perception check to see if he's lying?
Or insight.
I don't care if he's lying.
Yeah, I almost don't either at this point.
My friends have spoken.
I got an 11.
I got a 19.
I'm not even rolling because I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. He goes, so it is. So it's the hard way. He snaps his fishy fingers, and he's going to attempt to use plane shift. What does he have to do?
It's a charisma saving throw of a DC 18.
Woo! 21. You see he snaps his fingers, his webbed hands, and he goes, I see you in a little bit. And you see that he slowly shifts. And then you hear echoes. Ooh, hot, very hot, very hot, very hot. As he is now out of view.
I hate this guy.
Cage is still there. He passed his charisma saving throw with a 21. He plane shift, and we're going to go to initiative 18. Armos.
So if I hold my action for when he shows back up, I'll be able to use that right away. Is that correct?
What spell are you concentrating to wait for him to come back?
I mean, do I gotta say it? I mean,
yes, actually you do. So remember how remember how like we always talk about concentration rules, and we never talked about it. So I was looking it up, and when a spellcaster holds an action, they are holding a spell, and they are concentrating on holding that spell until it goes off. So a spellcaster wants to hold an action, you would say what spell you want to use.
Yeah.
And you're concentrating on maintaining that spell. Fun fact, I didn't know this next part. If you were to lose concentration while waiting for it to go off, you lose the spell slot.
Oh, that's
I did not know that.
Interesting.
So what spell would you like to hold?
I will hold Mind Sliver.
All right, You will go ahead and hold Mind Sliver, waiting for him to reappear by your next turn. We're going to move to initiative 6, Drell. As the boat is held still by the coral. No longer taking on water, however, it has water on the boat. What are you doing?
I would like to try to pail some of that water off the boat.
Yes, awesome. Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check as you are paddling water out. We'll say that 1 to 10, you get a little bit of water out. 10 to 15, you get a good amount of water out. And 16 to 20, you get a large amount of water out within your 6 seconds.
How about an athletics check to do it really fast and strong?
It'll be sleight of hand.
15.
You get a good amount of water out. You start to go down below the deck with you lift the hatch and you see all these Sids floating from the dance party.
Hey, don't just stand there. Grab buckets. Start
And
paling
they
all
all
the
come
water.
alive because they don't breathe. And they like try to swim back to the top of the deck. They're just kind of floating in place. We're gonna go to initiative 20, Minnis.
I'll stay invisible. I'll use another bonus action to stay invisible and hold an action to cast whatchamacallit, guiding bolt when it comes out. The next time I see him.
You go ahead and concentrate on that as we move to initiative 19. I'm just gonna read plane shift. All right, you see that as he uses plane shift, 1 full round passes as you don't see him reappear as you are still looking around. However, you notice something. You notice that the coral from the ship is being loosened, almost as a sign of retreat, as the ship then jostles once again with the waves. A few moments pass, and there's no sign. About a solid 20 seconds. The 3 of you are now out of combat, as there is no sign of Marif returning to the boat.
I just start paling as much water as I can.
Yeah, I'll
So-
help Drell pail water.
You start paling water. As the coral lets go, you realize that the ship was almost starting to sink again from the weight, and you begin to pail. A solid 10 minutes pass as the boat bobs back into place and is now no longer sinking. Minnis, you instantly notice that some of the holes have popped out again as you start to mend and patch the hull from the coral piercing through.
And then I also want to spend this time to like gather all my shit and like prepare, like just in case we have to like get off the ship, like battle ready, I guess.
Yeah, you go ahead and get your stuff as the 3 of you begin to pail and the ship begins to move again. And after a few minutes, making sure all the water is out, you get back on course and the ship continues to sail. It is still in the middle of the night. What are the 3 of you doing now that you are out of combat?
I plop back into bed and go, Armos, your turn. Don't let any sea creatures find us.
Minnis, are you kidding me? Get up. We can't just. This is not time to sleep.
I need it. Just wake me if there's another battle.
Fine, God.
It's your turn to sleep too, Drell.
What makes you think I can sleep right now? There's a crazy fat fish somewhere out there in the ocean that wants to kill us because you drove this ship into his home.
I think he's asleep.
Yes, I know that, Armos. Thank you very much. I could tell by his snoring.
Armos, what are you doing? Are you going to stay up with Drell?
Yeah. Oh yeah, prepared, ready to go.
I would also like to turn off any of the lights that we have on the ship.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like pitch black, so then Armos can see with his dark vision rather than like me trying to see in the middle of the night.
You turn off all the torches. As you say that, as you do that, you notice that there's a slight glow on the side of your boat. And you look over, and like this is bioluminescent algae, and there's a sigil marked on the side of the boat that's written in like this Aquarian language, as if he marked your boat.
Minnis, get up. We need you to help fix something.
And I go over and I kick his bed.
Where is he? I'll get him. Where? Show me where.
And I show Minnis the marking on the side of the ship.
Can you get this off?
You had to wake me for this? Couldn't you just scrape it off?
I don't know. I haven't tried that yet.
Well, you woke me up without even trying
It's
something?
probably magic, man. The fucking fish disappeared into nowhere. What makes you think he just rode on it with normal algae? It's got to be something
scrape at it with
magic.
my rapier.
Slide a hand check as you lean over the side to scrape it.
6.
It does not fully scrape off. And it's still
It doesn't
glowing.
look like it could.
Not with a 6.
What is it? Told you, Minnis.
Okay, let me see if I got something else I can do.
Or Armos.
I'm
What
tired.
is it? You dispel this or something? Get it off of our fucking boat?
I mean, in about an hour, I could.
Oh my god.
So, yep, this sigil is magically placed upon your boat as it continues to sail.
I told you, Minnis.
I'm going back to bed.
Well, okay, no, we can't go to bed. This is probably like a giant fucking target on the side of our ship that says, attack this ship. Like, what are you guys talking about? What makes you think, am I the only sane one?
I'm here. I'm like, my finger guns are up and
wh-
ready to go.
Whatever makes you think to, like, not bring Dispel Magic, Armos? It's like one of the most important fucking spells that you could bring for us.
I mean,
And he's trying to calm down Drell, one of the Sids.
You can see like the vein on the side of Drell's like temple just like throbbing.
you know, look, I don't want to bring it up right now because it's probably just a touchy subject and you're already kind of worked up. But remember, we got to keep the rage to a minimum.
Give in.
Give in, Drell. Minimum.
Give in, Drell. This is Edgar. Give in, Drell.
Is that Reginald?
No.
Fuck.
This is Edgar the Unmuted. Give in, Drell.
That thing's the same voice.
Minnis begrudgingly falls asleep, and Armos and Drell stay up throughout the night to make sure things are okay.
I don't begrudgingly fall asleep. I happily go to sleep.
You happily go to sleep as Drell nearly rages on to the night, and Armos stays alert with Drell. And Drell downs his gear. And then the night passes as Armos and Drell's shift now pass into the dawn. You are heading eastward, and you notice that the sun is beginning to rise. But you see that the sun is being blocked out by something as it's slowly coming over the horizon. Another large ship is coming your way. Blending in with the sunrise is a large ship that seems to be eclipsing the rising sun, and it is a large galleon, fortified with plate armoring around its hull. 3 large masts stem out of the ship's deck with black sails, showing off its threatening size. At the top of the main mast is a red-colored Jolly Roger. And that is where we're going to end this week's session.
Heyo.
Wow. So that was like a short rest in between that. So I get my spell slot back, right?
You do not gain the benefits of a short rest from when you stayed watch with Drell because you were up and alert.
Dang it.
Yeah, it was interrupted by Marif, the Marid.
Mm-hmm.
This was a Marid that you fought.
Dude, he was very much in trouble by the time it came to my next turn.
We'll talk about it in the after show. He's a little more threatening than he leads on to be for specific reasons.
Mm-hmm.
There's a characteristic that was very apparent about him that is similar with other creatures in the D&D world. Maybe you've caught it, maybe you didn't. But definitely a little more threatening than he led on to be. You guys could have taken him for sure, but he is very tricky, so to speak. But it looks like you're out of the frying pan and into the fryer in this one, as another larger encounter is now heading your way.
You know, the seas are pretty busy. It's kind of weird.
The seas be busy. Yeah. Well, you had 3 days of easy sailing.
That was nice. Those were good times.
It's always the 4th day that's the rough. Or 5th day. I think I lose track. Yeah, you're coming on the 5th day now. Yeah, the 5th day says it's gonna be the roughest.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you're at work and you're about to go on vacation, and the day before vacation is always the fucking worst.
Yep.
Here we are. But at least you didn't get to fight a giant rock. We'll talk about it in the after show.
Wanted to.
Oh, you wanted to? You want to kill little baby birds?
I just want temporary hit points. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's coming. I see battle maps. I know things are about to get dicey.
Battle maps are just environments. Not every map I throw at you is a battle map. Come on, what do you take?
If there's a grid, we're fighting something.
I grade it.
There's a grid.
It's not entirely true. I'm not that predictable.
100 episodes in.
Joe, you're kind of quiet over there. What do you got? What do you got to say?
Nothing. I have nothing to say.
Episode 100 in the bag.
Fun. It was a good time. I liked it.
Good time. I didn't think you guys would get that accounted, but we'll talk about it in the after show. You know the deal. We got time for one rec. Who wants to give the rec this week?
Oh, man. I don't got nothing. I used mine up.
Oh, I got a horror movie to recommend. It's been out for a while, right? It's like you can watch it on Amazon Prime. You think you might be able to rent it or whatever. It's an A24 movie. If you ever seen Talk to Me, awesome. Great. I think it's a great horror movie. Got the job done real well. A lot of cool spooks and cool visuals. Talk to Me. Really, really cool movie. Really cool horror movie if you're into ghosts and stuff.
Most A23s like have pretty solid movies.
Yeah, pretty solid studio. They're coming out with Civil War, which would be out by the time this episode airs, which got like really good ratings at the by critics, which is shocking, given what it's about. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that too.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
All right, can we get a woo for episode 100 instead of saying bye? Can we get a woo?
A woo.
Whoa.
Welcome to Novo's fantastical all-you-can-eat buffet, where meals and magic live harmoniously as one. One bite of my food, and you'll be screaming, "Whoa! I can't believe it's not conjured." Let's seat our first guest, the Shadow Smugglers. Table for Dread, table for D-Dread. We have your iron reinforced table with hard pot extension ready for you. We understand at Novos that shadow elementals get hungry too, and we shall accommodate with a hot pot fire soup with a nice creamy and spicy Pavono milk base with a shadow cooked ramen al dragon dente. Mwah. Perfection. Our next boot is for Alara Dawnstar. Alara, please come see the server when you are ready. Also, this meal is covered. We understand that your last dining experience had a bit of a snafu, so to say, when your last table was suddenly kicked in half while eating your snapping turtle escargot. A strange occurrence, if I say so myself, but nonetheless, your meal is on in Novo. Enjoy! Next, we have Reese. Table for Reese. We have a table for Reese. Please come see your server. Also, you have been warned last time to not skip the line when filling up your plate. I've seen you teleporting around and jumping ahead. Please be mindful of our other guests. I understand you have a giant to feed, but others have giant appetites as well. Consider this your final warning. Our last VIP booth is ready. Julius Kendrick, please see your hostess when you are ready. Also, please keep in mind that you are on thin ice as well, Mr. Kendrick. Please do not grab the entire tray of King Dragon crab legs and trying to reanimate them into your undead army. I told you last time that once something is cooked, its soul becomes a part of its flavor. Stop trying to bring my food back to life. Let's go ahead and seat our next party, the Bloodshard Bandits. Mugen Unthil, your table is ready. We have also brought over a booster seat for your pet fox as well. Please keep an eye on them, as some of our other guests would like to not have animal hair in their food. Not me, though. I consider it a season. Next, we have... security! Security! Artemis! Artemis! Those jazz bandits are at it again. Get rid of them! Oh, thank you, Artemis. Those pesky jazz thieves keep trying to sneak out all of our Butter Bay Bluefish biscuits and their brass instruments. How annoying. As I was saying, our next guest is Aramore. Your table is ready. And so you know, our salad bar is open as well. We appreciate your suggestion during your last visit, and we are here to accommodate. Please enjoy a good burial on Novo. Sly, calling for Sly, your table is ready. And just so you know, I know you're using your changeling appearance to appear younger to get those kid prices, and that is strictly prohibited. I will not be caught off guard again. And please, for the love of Bahamut, do not drink straight from the ice cream fountain. Use a bowl. Tanner Smith. Next, we have a table for Tanner Smith. And yes, to answer your question, we do have all-you-can-eat Dwarven Dwagar barbecue. Please enjoy our exclusive isopod menu with variety of stone sauces to cook your food with. We have also added our new array of deep dragon steaks to the menu as well. Enjoy! Our last Bloodshard Bandit is wanted with a mighty appetite to boot. Your table is ready as well. Please enjoy our new expansive dessert bar with new sweet treat items to try. Varying from our decadent chocolate Minotaur milk cakes to our wonderful moist tiramisu. An endless ice cream bar imported from South Tryllis as well. Now let's go ahead and get our Citrus College alumni situated in the party room. Calling Andrew Hall, Patrick Wennerstrom, Robert Crisp, Saint Chaos, and Sergio Rodriguez. The party room is ready. In addition to a private buffet, we also have blown up the bounce house at your request. Fear not, we have placed an anti-magic barrier within the bounce house to stop the pesky pranks of Saint Chaos. Robert Crisp, there is extra bread at your request when you made your reservation. Patrick, Andrew, and Sergio, we have left you with some extra napkins along with our custom Novo bibs for your lobster devouring pleasure. I hope the five of you enjoy! And last but not least, Humbraya's Heroes. Table for 7 is ready, calling Man with Glass, Gluttony, John Corral, Johnny Tar, Odie Mel, Tom Tully, and Will Miller. Please join us in the Aramore Castle Dining Hall to enjoy your meal alongside with some entertainment. A man juggling stones. How exciting! That's it for this week's Patreon supporters. If you would like to be added to the list of faithful supporters and heroes of Humbraya, please go ahead and check out our Patreon. Our link is down below. Have a great one, and we'll catch you next time.